hear you.
Maharaj, we will be here for maybe 15-20 minutes just to tell you ahead. We have some engagement, so we will leave a little earlier today.
Okay, you have a Sunday public program, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
including that.
Including that. Okay. So, and Anthony will be there?
Yes. Hopefully.
Okay. Okay, Anthony, Aparajita, Devi Dasi, and yourselves. We're gathering here first. This is the what's the appetizer, is it, for the evening program? For your evening program. Not evening, day program, yes. Okay, then we're going to say exactly one verse, because you all know, everybody here knows, everything is included in one verse. So everything is included in all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. And as we know, Gurudev saying, God is good. And Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalang Sri Gurun Vaishavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Saha Ganalalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha. That's one verse. And now we have 14 minutes left for the association of our four special Vaishnavas. I'm a bit lost for adjectives at this time of the morning. There in Bangkok, 6 special Vaishnavas, because Aparajita Devi Dasi is here and Anthony, so they're going to meet up soon. So let us pass immediately the microphone over to Paramananda Prabhu and team.
Yeah, so we start with team, and well, I guess Munindra Mohan, who just faced some realities of material life this morning.
Oh no, hope you're better now.
It's nature. Birth and death is coming. So I got a message from my brother that my mother left the body last night.
Oh.
And you met her 1 month ago for her birthday. So she
Very recently, yes.
She saw the beautiful form of the devotees, and the devotees chanted happy birthday song to her, give affection to her, make a cake, make a little party for her. She took prasada and she heard the kirtan or Bhagarati. And then after maybe 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, she left. And
quite suddenly.
Yeah, peacefully on the chair in the late afternoon, alone. And my uncle found her, immediately called my brother. And yes, her mind was already little astral, little Akash. So she met Gurudev and she had some connection, no doubt. She couldn't really embrace the Rupa Nuga message. So, you need tons of Shukriti. But she got some connection. So her soul is kind of going into auspicious journey also. And yeah, please all can give little prayer to who met her, little auspicious thoughts.
I think that lady had tons of Sukriti by being involved in Munindra Mohan Prabhu's appearance in this world. So, and doing such things, she assisted Srila Govinda Maharaj in his service to Srila Guru Maharaj. So I think she's pretty safe.
Yeah, she was always very kind with everybody. Very sweet lady.
And both my parents actually, they help in the Villa Govinda manifestation with some responsible signature for the bank, some money, always supportive.
Yes.
And I am the witness of how she got automatic grace from all of the devotees there in the ashram. And her nature was just so sweet. And she was happy that day on her birthday. I mean, really, we saw how sweet and happy she was. And the devotees all giving extra grace, seeing her simplicity and her frailness. But she was jolly. She was jolly. Anyway, recipient of the Vaishnava's grace and headed by, I mean, the Vaishnava's grace, Srila Gurudev, and the link of seva that she's done knowingly, as well as maybe unknowingly. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, the ladies, the different families, they would say to Sachi Devi, "Oh, Sachi Devi, to have a son like you have got, you must be very pious lady." So your mum had you, Munindra. So you're reminding us of Sachi Devi and Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna. All right. So certainly, I'm sure everyone is giving some good thought to your mum. And this is life, continuing, and a reminder to us all. And when the passing away happens in our close family, it's a natural wake-up call for us to be serious of what we're doing. We are doing the right thing. Here's Ishvarananda Prabhu on his way to Villa Govinda.
Oh, Jai.
By Ireland, the island of
Good.
Ireland. Say bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay.
Jai.
Yeah. Krishna Kanta Devi Dasi.
Yes, Maharaj, happy to see you.
Happy to
And,
see you. And
yes.
yes, you must have some realizations from all your meditation, austerities, seva, and action activities.
Yes, it was very productive, my hermitage. I did translate the all 4 sermons who I supposed to do this many years ago, but I finally did it. Volume 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wonderful, wonderful. 1, 2, 4, 3. Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, 3, yes. And yes, it was very inspiring to be. I told Munindra, I'm going to Thailand and try to understand what is Krishna consciousness. And I'm very happy to be here with Paramananda and Krishna Priya. They gave us, we were sleeping in Gurudev's room, very auspicious.
Very, yes.
And very happy, looking forward to go to see Muktinath Prabhu and to have a program with Aparajita.
Anthony.
Anthony Prabhu. Oh, that is
No, he's just Anthony.
yes, Muktinath. Dandavad.
Dandavad.
Yeah, so looking forward to go to that program and see, very happy to hear that the program in Bangkok is going on regularly. And then we remind when myself and Munindra, we started in Italy and it was just the 2 of us. And for many years, it was just 2 of us. And then became 3, then 4, and then little more. And now we have beautiful ashram. And so happy to be able to participate to the beginning of the Bangkok project. So we'll be happy to join the program today.
And Jai and Krishna Priya Devi Dasi.
Yes, Maharaj, Dandavad Maharaj. I saw it. I need to speak. Very happy, Maharaj. Very happy to see the actually foundation also. They bought a foundation of our, Sampradaya and Guru. So happy. I even cannot describe. I have much more thing to learn from them for the future. of also our foundation here in Thailand. And I will take as much as I can from their advice and associate. Really so happy. It's from my heart, really. I know that.
Dandavat, Hari Hari, and Paramananda Prabhu.
What can I say, Maharaj? I can see that Govinda Maharaj is very happy. They came to visit him, and he's one of his most favorite places. So that is certainly making him happy. And I mean, it's like having a family gathering, having a family reunion wherever we go. And these things do happen. One famous Russian writer once wrote, he said that humans, he said, we're mortal, but that is only half of the problem. The main thing is that we're suddenly mortal. So it can happen anytime to anybody. We don't have to be sick. We don't have to, do anything. We can just drop dead. Never know. We cannot control our destiny. And that moment actually makes me think that the time shouldn't be wasted. And what we've been talking about so loud for many years, it's time to put in practice in my own life, to try to remember Krishna, try to remember Krishna's devotees. And remembering Krishna for me is very difficult. But remembering Krishna's devotees are very easy. And I think that's where the saving lies for me personally, but I'm pretty sure for many others. We can remember the devotees of the Lord. And they're non-different, as we know. Like yesterday, we've been talking about Krishna Priya's name given by Srila Govinda Maharaj. How it was not just a whimsical and how he meditated upon it, the whole plan, but anyhow, that's a whole different story. It's also connected to one who is a devotee who is dear to another devotee. Anyhow, so we're looking forward to join our Muktinath team, Aparajita, Muktinath, Anthony. And we're discussing this morning, and Krishna Kanta and Munindra Prabhu were saying that it's not happened instantly. It took some time, some dedication. So dedication must be there. If we have some dedication, then in sincerity, then people will come. And then some place will manifest according to the necessity of the seva, according to the expression of the desire of the Lord. There's no doubt about it. And doing it, that kind of seva coming to you, and I mean Muktinath, Aparajita, and Anthony, is a big blessing, and it's a very rare chance. And a treasured thing, treasured seva. So we have to not to take it with too much familiarity, but treasure it, treasure the moments, and try to continue as much as possible by you, like Srila Govinda Maharaj would say.
Yes, Om, with all support. And I do have a question. Will today's program be live streamed or recorded so we see it later?
Muktinath Prabhu, that's a question to you. And Aparajita, they're all very savvy.
We will try to stream in maybe in Instagram.
Okay, please do send the time and where it will be, because
Oh my God! Now Maharaj, you're making me worry.
Come on.
especially want to sit there in the program too.
I thought it was just gonna be a few of us,
There'll be a spy camera in the bush.
very intimate.
Otherwise was idea just recording some parts and after do post in Instagram with some reels, some vivid.
Some edited.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, it can be a private sharing. It doesn't have to be public. But also, I don't even know if we would be able to attend. I don't know what time you're going to do it. How many hours from now? quick mathematics there.
5
5 hours.
Hour, yeah, 5 hours.
4 hours, 45 minutes.
4 hours, 45 minutes, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in the morning.
So yeah, anyway, Maharaj, I will send all links that we have for the program promo and the accounts where it can be.
Beautiful. Because really what we do, and you also know it, sometimes we're doing a program and it's ourselves, it's whoever we are immediately with, but then we suddenly find out, I mean, suddenly or gradually over the course of time, we find out so many people actually participated, but on the other side of the screen, and they're sitting and they're watching. And you know, I know, we get very involved in the screen, that directly with devotees, but just in the next room over sort of thing. And even when we're in Villa Govinda, sometimes we are in literally the next room over, and we're in the program which is taking place, the reading of Abhinavasundara Prabhu and Madhurananda Prabhu, etc., etc. And also sitting there side by side with you, we see often that Krishna Kanta Devi Dasi is there, and we are also there. So, and yesterday we did Harinam Sankirtan. Yesterday we did Harinam Sankirtan. Actually, we've been doing a lot of Harinam Sankirtan, but also the devotees. The devotees are with cameras. So somewhere, I don't know where, then it must be going to the internet world. But we see many public are with the camera. And when the public, they're all out, taking their videos, who knows where those pictures are going. So we may be in one place and thinking we're with a few devotees, but that's giving life to other devotees elsewhere too.
Later.
We've got Srila Devi Dasi with us. We've got Devi Dasi with us. We got absorbed in Thailand, but look, we've got our exalted Vaishnavas, and Ajita Krishna Prabhu and Anadi Krishna Prabhu. Ajita Krishna Prabhu, Govinda Govinda. Good to know you're here and see you. And Anadi Krishna Prabhu too. Are you in Russia or no, you're in India. I can see the fan spinning.
Like Govardhan.
Where are you? In my best Russian, I'm asking, where are you? Have to do sign language. Yesterday we were doing sign language, or the day before. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Govardhan.
Vrindavan.
Vrindavan. We read in Srila Prabhupada's books, we cannot buy a train ticket to Vrindavan. But is the train still running, that miniature railway? What's it called? Narrow gauge railway? Is there a train to Vrindavan or finished?
I don't know, I not want taxi.
You couldn't buy a train ticket to Vrindavan. Okay. All right. And so Srila Devi Dasi, we have news here. Ishvarananda Prabhu arrived safe and sound, always with Krishna playing with him in the background, with his flights and his journey, that he got here safe and sound. So now everyone's going to get ready, is it, in Thailand? Anyway, we're going to be with you in Thailand in heart at 8 o'clock. We'll see whether we can join. We'll actually be in a program at that time, but we can see what will be. And Suvasini, here, so we're in Italy. No, we're not. We're in Ireland. It begins with I, so it's very similar. We're in Ireland, and at the retreat organized by Suvasini Devi Dasi, who really keeps the Irish devotees together. She keeps communication, and Sita is here from China, Chinese Sita, and she actually made that point yesterday when she joined us. She joined us on the Harinam Sankirtan, and she's here in the retreat. And she said, Suvasini, she's such a friend to all the devotees. She said she keeps calling us up and picking us up out of Maya, bringing us to the devotees. So Suvasini, she arranged this in service to the devotees and in service to Sripad Tridandi Maharaj, whose inspiration was this retreat. They did 3 years in a row, and 2017, 18, 19, and then we all know what happened in 2020. They couldn't have the retreats. And so in service, then Suvasini, she's picked up so many devotees here in Ireland and made this retreat in the same place Tridandi Maharaj arranged. So we are with Sripad Bhakti Swarup Tridandi Maharaj, who goes on steadily and quietly and goes on day by day. And the devotees have come together. We've got many devotees here. And we did Harinam Sankirtan yesterday. And Suvasini, she's given us a full itinerary with no gaps between programs. And so devotees are actually happy. And I can say one thing, happy for us yesterday morning. I can't predict what will happen this morning, but yesterday morning on the itinerary begins the beginning of the day. Wake up at 4:30, shower, prepare, and come here to this room, which it's a hall, very presentable hall, and we've made a temple as a temple room. There's an altar hiding there, made up an altar. So here we are. Everywhere is temporary in the world, so this is our temporary altar room. And so it's at 4:30 in the morning, wake up and shower. 5 o'clock in the morning, meet up in the temple room, and we chant our japa and chant our Gayatri before the morning program, before the morning arati, which starts at 6:15. And I was very happy that most of the devotees, in fact, every devotee who practically could, they came and at 5 o'clock in the morning, all here chanting japa. And so that's before the program. But I was so happy because the devotees, they've come together to get the taste of Chaitanya Saraswat Mat daily program. Now, what is it like to be in Chaitanya Saraswat Mat? What did Guru Maharaj and Gurudev give us? So this was, well, a very good start to the day, is that the devotees come together, do come together. And like Thailand, we said something similar. And Thailand also, you see, they're coming to Thailand to the festival when we have the Kartik programs. Devotees are coming and they want to participate. That's why they've come. Not just to be sociable and old friends, but to participate in what is the program that's been given. So anyway, then from early morning onwards, then we've been engaged here in programs, various things. And there's a first-hand witness beside me. It's called Paramatma. And this witness is called Ishvarananda Prabhu. He also has a Paramatma inside him. Only the Paramatma knows everything about Ishvarananda. And maybe Srila Devi Dasi too. Hare Krishna. Anyway, Ishvarananda, now after this introduction, what would you like to share with the good devotees? They're all good devotees, so now you're sharing. But you can come near. Okay. Please come near. And to the devotees on Facebook, by the way, to Madhava Prabhu and others who I don't know who then, I know Madhava Prabhu is there because he's sending his Hare Krishna and his obeisances. And we have the luxury of, better not say it, I was going to say good internet here. So we've got I'm able to have the Facebook on too. So Madhava Prabhu and the devotees who are there live, wonderful. And as always, to everyone, as we were saying just now, who's seen the recorded version and all in different places of the world, you are with us too. We're all together with you happily. And so our respects. In fact, at the very beginning, we should have also given our obeisances to everybody. We actually gave our one verse of Vandeham, which does include all the devotees, but still our obeisances to the devotees and to all of you. And here is our Ishvarananda Prabhu, with some heart and words.
Dhanyavad devotees. Well, I'm happy to be a lizard on the wall, but if I have to speak in order to join these, I'll totally speak. But I do have one thought from yesterday. The Maharaj said that I'm trying to actually remember and hold on to. And Madhusudan Maharaj was talking about making Gurudev happy by learning about Guru Maharaj. And I think as far as my position, I think that here I am, a disciple of my Srila Gurudev. And I think a way that I can try to participate in my heart is by learning about Srila Gurudev and starting there and seeing where that goes. And I think that that's a super opportunity. And I think that, yeah, that's my sentiment. And so learning about Srila Gurudev in order to make my Srila Gurudev happy will benefit me in ways that I can't even conceive. So Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Well, I know he's been listening to something we've been saying, because he gave my example of yesterday, perhaps. I would like to be a lizard on the wall. That's my example. So I know he's been listening to me talk. Because we were talking, and in what context did I say that? Oh, I remember. It was a bit of an unfortunate context about a devotee being very proud that I can prove I'm liberated. And I was witness to that directly, like a lizard on the wall. I wasn't participating, but I saw the interaction of two devotees. So yes, it's not good to be proud and think, I am liberated, because it says in the scripture this, I did that. It says in the scripture this, I did that. But we must take everything to heart, just like we were saying, by going to Vrindavan. There's another level than the physical level, and that's the heart level. It says in the scripture, go to Vrindavan. It says in the scripture various things. But what is Vrindavan? How do we go? And in the scriptures, when it says about, then one who does this, they are liberated. Then we must do that in the substantial way, and not in the like business way or anything. Krishna, as Guru Maharaj says, Krishna will not make himself be the object of somebody's bargaining and business. He's not open to bargaining. So yes, that was the context of the lizard on the wall. And for understanding Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj, yes, we can say that to everyone. This really is our hope, that devotees as much as possible, including ourselves as much as possible, can understand who is Gurudev and who is Guru Maharaj. And it must have been like a heavy day when Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said to one of his leading preachers, who is establishing temples, preaching, doing collection, very capable person, at the end, means at the end of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's manifest pastimes, in other words, shortly before the end of his life, he said to that sannyasi, you never saw me. You went out, you did preaching, you gave some donation to me, like a tax to me, but you did things for yourself. You did not see me. You kept your separate interest. And that must have been a blow to the heart of that sannyasi, and a big lesson to everybody who was there, and continuing that lesson, because Srila Guru Maharaj is the one who shared that. And so then now the whole world also learns from that one incident, a strong comment from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And how strong Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. How strong Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rocco Kridadev Goswami Maharaj. How strong Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. We can, from our life, our interaction, our relationship with Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj, we never want to hear like a word of that we are rejected, or we are not a good disciple, that we're not properly connected, or as in this case, that sannyasi being told by Srila Saraswati Thakur, you remained with your separate interest. Then, therefore, you did not see me. And then it must be, so heavy, because Gurudev's glance is sufficient to really absolutely shatter one's heart that we've disappointed him in some way or another. And what to speak of his words. And most of you know about Shrutashrava Prabhu, who became Vaishnava Maharaj at the end of his life, life in this body. But he, so tough, so strong, and actually not just by words, but brought up in the Bronx and quite a history. And he said, I don't fear anyone in this world. Only I have fear. I am afraid of one word of disapproval from Srila Gurudev. And he doesn't fear anybody, but he fears one word of disapproval from Gurudev. That kind of throwing power of Gurudev. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we can understand like a thunderbolt of disapproval. Hare Krishna. So our team stayed to their word, 14 minutes and 58 seconds. They continued on their way to wherever they were going in Bangkok. But Anthony's left behind, Muktinath was left behind. Oh, Aparajita is still with us too, in a very sunny and bright room. Your room seems very sunny and bright. And Muktinath is, I was just enlarging your thumbnail. I was going to see which part of the route to Muktinath that is. Is that your thumbnail? Is that in Muktinath? Is that actually looking down from that high pass down to Muktinath? Is it that? That last path? Pass over the mountain?
Yes, Maharaj, definitely that is from the last part, but I'm not sure which direction. Maybe it is on the backside direction. Someone from the head of our group take a picture of me who was on the back, something like that.
Okay, it's not often I ask devotees, please turn off your camera. We don't want to see your
sure.
But it's not that. Okay, when I'm enlarging it here, it is looking back, I think. Yes, now you say that.
That's probably that canyon, like valley on the backside, right? And we just almost reached the top of that hill before.
Yes. Valley. And by the way, dear devotees, if you're able to enlarge it yourselves, we've got it big on the screen now. That's a deep valley, and that takes you up to over 4,500 meters, which in American feet, it's a lot of feet anyway. It's like 14,000 or 15,000 feet, is it? Something like that. Quite high. And so the air is thin. For us, okay, it's going to get thinner when you get higher, but the air is quite thin compared with walking on the regular height or lower levels. And the path goes up the side of a steep valley, and it's almost like walking on ball bearings, because it's got these like round, tiny rocks, pebbles. I'm not sure quite how to describe it. So it's a tricky path up the side of the mountain there. And then it takes you up to 4,500 meters or so. And so that picture, I didn't know it was you, Muktinath, until you said. And you got yourself a stick, like a sadhu, a faithful stick. The stick is useful, definitely, on paths like that. And it's a long way down. And then we reach the top, and then from the top of the path, you can see your prayojana, your destination. And so actually from the way we walked, the way we pilgrimaged to Muktinath was over the path. You actually go down to Muktinath, not up. You could do it an easier way, but for some reason we did it the non-easy way. Why did we do it the non-easy way? Not sure. Anyway, it's an amazing pilgrimage. And when we did it, the time we did as our pioneering to see whether it was actually still possible to do the sadhus trek along the traditional path of the sadhus, then we also said to each other, well, this is 2 weeks of our life, but we'll always remember these 2 weeks. And it was with the devotees, and actually very like strong experience of devotees living together with humility, tolerance, giving honor to others, not wanting honor for oneself, not criticizing anybody, not like the things we're meant to do. We gave ourselves before going up. The evening before, we all gathered in a restaurant. We had our evening meal before going up, but simple vegetarian restaurant in the village of Pokhara. We gathered together and we sort of had a briefing before going up of, why are we doing this pilgrimage? And the mood of the devotees means the reminder of what Gurudev and Guru Maharaj expect. And when no one can deny, you have to put a lot of energy. You can't relax and walk up through the Himalayas to Muktinath. It is not possible. Try it. If you don't believe me, try it and see. Anyway, the point is that we all have to exert much energy, but we are together. And when there are difficulties and you're with devotees, really, when everyone's helping each other, we get more and more glimpse with a little more intensity of the beautiful life of devotion, the beautiful life of devotees. And that was the purpose, as an excuse, as a good opportunity for devotees to come together, like the retreats that we're doing here, like so many things that we do, as an opportunity for devotees to come together, be together, and live the life we're meant to live together. And guess what? It's wonderful to be with devotees and to try to do the right thing. So we must try. And so those 2 weeks, however long it was, and going to Muktinath and back, then those will stay with us forever, and many times will stay with us forever. Our sitting at the lotus feet of Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, not only sitting, but as Gurudev said, surrender is not just to like dandavats, to lie down, but surrender and serve, not just to surrender and lie down. So many things are with us, will be with us, we pray, until the last days and always of our life. And you see, Munindra Mohan Prabhu's mum just passed away a few hours ago. And so a reminder, we were with her, quite jolly lady. She wasn't like bedridden with tubes in her arm, being kept alive, in the hospital with, you can say unnatural way, being fed by tubes in the body and stuff. She wasn't like that. She was, up and about. And actually, she was remarkably jolly. It was her birthday. And the devotees in Villa Govinda, they made her a birthday cake. And we had a little party for her. And she was super sweet. But anyway, the point is that she was going on, and then she died suddenly in her armchair. And like one of our devotees, who I know very well, he died suddenly sitting on a park bench. Out for a walk, sat on a park bench. Krishna took him away. So we all have to have this reminder. And so we need to surrender and serve and keep all of the special days and keep all of the things we've learned and the association we've had, keep that with us to our last moments and keep it at the forefront, not at the background. Hare Krishna. Back to basics. Oh yes, the basis of devotional life. Srila Devi Dasi is with us, and there are 3 chats in the chat box. What do they say? Oh, come. Please excuse, I didn't see the chats until earlier. So at the very beginning, my Dandava Pranams, such dear devotees, I will come on live if I get 1,000 or so tasks completed. Well, Kumkum is live. We just can't see her. We just can't see her video. Well, okay, Kumkum, I think it was the last back to basics. We did remind ourselves of a wonderful shloka, which I don't know the Sanskrit for, and it is Sanskrit, composed by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj, the first verse of one of the chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is that verse that says, one who remembers Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, difficult things become very easy. And one who forgets Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then even easy things become difficult. So we don't want to use Mahaprabhu. Okay, please, maybe I said it wrongly. We don't want to use Mahaprabhu so that we can get our tasks done more easily. However, it's a reminder that, oh yes, Mahaprabhu is there. And then Aparajita Devi Dasi has sent something. I have to click it to download it. And it's downloading. It's a picture. Oh, is it the advertisement? It's very small on my screen. Retreat schedule. It didn't download. Click again. Oh, it's on the desktop. Okay, 1 second, dear devotees. You probably already got it a long time ago.
Maharaj, Dandavat everyone. Yes, it's the poster for today's event. And yeah, the topics of the event today is the glories of Kali Yuga. What is the treasure of this dark age? And yeah, me and Muktinath Prabhu was discussing what should be the topic. And one thing I think that's quite common for Thai people, everyone know about Kali Yuga, that now it's Kali Yuga and it's something bad in this time. And now in Thailand also, recently we also starting some conflict with our neighbor and some kind of war happening and a lot of like not good news, and everyone talk about those things, and I think it's something happen everywhere in the world that very obvious, and so we decide to choose this topic. Yes.
Well, certainly, if I knew what is Kali Yuga, I don't know how many of the public know Kali Yuga, but they know it's the age of quarrel, the Iron Age, etc. But knowing what is Kali Yuga, that title would certainly attract me. What? The glories of Kali Yuga? So let's see what happens today. But yes, very good that you think out of the box, because I don't think in all my years I've ever seen a program which is advertised as the glories of Kali Yuga. So you're thinking broadly and attracting people with some surprising title. And you're quite right, the Kali Yuga really does have its super glories. So this is more things, Aparajita, Instagram. Okay,
all
so yes.
into the post, and yeah, we also make Thai poster. So in Thai, like people more understand what is Kali Yuga, but in English, we have more description in both language. But yeah, I have no idea except Muktinath and Anthony who will come today. But let's see. We will yeah.
Okay, so I've just copied the Instagram link so that if I get a chance, we will be like the little Paramatma. Well, we will, no, we cannot be like Paramatma, but we will be like the lizard. Okay, yes, I heard it today. Lizard on the wall, and happily participate. Let us see. Anthony, well done, thinking out of the box. Muktinath, well done, thinking out of the box. Hare Krishna. And we have Hari Dev Prabhu. And I've been hearing, I mean, very happily, by the way, your young brother over here, he very happily has been saying about his friendship with you and your example. And anyway, we are very happy to hear the glories of the devotees. And we've also not only from Ishvarananda Prabhu, but we are very happy to hear your sincerity. So this is very beautiful. Not only your sincerity, your personal nature, your encouraging to others, your wanting to serve, willingness to serve. This is all very valuable, and keep it in your heart very much. And appreciate, we always have to appreciate our opportunities. Every day we have to appreciate our opportunities with the devotees for service, for all these things. Would you like to represent Sri Lanka in some small way, Haridev Prabhu? Then Sri Lanka will give you marks out of 10.
I will try my best, Gurudev. Dandavad, everybody. Gurudev, I feel very happy to see Ishvarananda Prabhu next to you. Like a few weeks ago, he was here doing a lot of seva, and now he's there by your side. So
I'm pleased you said he was doing a lot of seva.
Yeah.
Had me worried for a moment.
Yeah, he was being very inspiring for me as well. So I'm very happy you're there, Prabhu. What can I share? I don't know how to represent Sri Lanka. I don't think I can do that. But maybe I can ask a question to all of you and Gurudev. Well, I asked you this question in WhatsApp when we went to do Harinam in Salt Lake City. And my question was, how can we do this service properly as young devotees? Go out there and approach people, strangers, and do Harinam. And your brief answer was service, surrender, sincerity, and compassion that these souls are thirsting. And then you said that it would be a good idea to develop this topic a little bit more. And since we are planning on going out and do more Harinam and distribute this available thing that we have in our hearts now, how can we do this service properly?
Okay, so if you wish, I can. Oh, am I stealing from Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka, Delhi. Please excuse. But I'll just mention that we've been doing Harinam. I mean, quite often, every few days, actually, or in fact, every day sometimes, when we were in the Baltic states. So we've been going out on Harinam happily several times, including yesterday itself, and very happy Harinam. And generally, when we gather together in the place where we agree, okay, we're going to gather here, generally, before we start the Harinam, we try to remind ourselves why we are doing it. We are going out on Harinam, and there are different days. It's not that we say the same thing every time or remind ourselves the same thing. But why are we doing Harinam Sankirtan? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself in his most generous manifestation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has inaugurated Hari Nam Sankirtan with mridanga, with cartels, and with the devotees chanting in the street. And he inaugurated that, and he is expecting that the devotees who say, I'm a devotee of Gauranga, they will continue that. And we are doing Harinam Sankirtan in service. It is service. And we know Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, and we know, second hand, Sri Lekha knows first hand, Srila Prabhupada, all are pleased by Harinam Sankirtan. And we are, after all, here to do what? To please the gurus, to please the spiritual masters, to please the Vaishnavas. And so we are doing Harinam Sankirtan in service. And then we've got the directives from our masters, how to chant Hare Krishna, how to chant the Lord's holy names. And so very often, then I'm stressing, asking the devotees, while we're chanting, go through the 10 offenses in your mind and give a bit of thought of doing the opposite. Because the more that we are chanting as purely as we can, then we're meant to try, not just not try at all, we're meant to try. Then the more that's going to have a proper sound voltage, as Guru Maharaj was saying in a talk recently. Maybe we were playing it here, but Guru Maharaj was saying in a talk recently about the voltage within. And remember that there are 4 namabasis, which means indirect chanting of the names. So we want to be direct. We want to call Krishna. We want to call Hare Radha. And we want to call Rama, Radha Raman, Krishna. Krishna who gives pleasure. Not just pleasure, sounds very weak, but anyhow, the source of all ecstasy for Srimati Radharani, Radha Raman. So we want to call the names and call the names of Nitai, Nityananda, and Gauranga, Gauranga. And so when we're chanting, if we reflect on these ideas, these thoughts, then it is good for our congregational chanting of the holy name. Congregation in quantity means congregation, but Guru Maharaj always stressing quality. So we want to engage in Harinam Sankirtan with quality and with quantity. And remember, we are doing it as seva, not just some entertainment or whatever opinion it may be. So anyway, these can be helpful, and we are going out on Harinam to do what also? We are chanting, to chant the names of the Lord, we are to worship the Lord, and we are to distribute that to others. We're to tell others about that. And that short verse, that short kirtan, Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan, in a very short way, we've got our summary. And so we will do good, the best thing for others, and that is to let them know about the holy name of the Lord. Let them hear the Maha Mantra. Let them have a question mark in their mind. What are these people doing? Let them follow up on that. And so many people, yesterday, how many people, hundreds of people clapping, and we've got a very good icebreaker for people. In other words, to make everyone happy. Sachi Devi, she's here, and she's always big smile and waving to people. Everybody, the people driving in the car, not one, but honking their horn for the kirtan. And how many, it'll take as long as we were out on Harinam Sankirtan to describe, what takes place. But we must try to be in service mood, join in, and the rest is up to, good fortune, Krishna, something. But do good for others. Hare Krishna. Srila Devi Dasi. We've kept you so quiet for so long. I don't like to ask I don't like to ask anybody right at the end, but we can't leave you silent for a whole class, can we? Back to basics class. And Sri Lekha, our distributor of good things, must be. Otherwise, how do so many good devotees come out from Sweet Lake City? So anyway, we won't embarrass her. We'll just humbly ask her. Back to basics. Harinam Sankirtan. Festival today in Bangkok. Festival today in Kirtigan Island.
Wonderful, Maharaj. And I was thinking when you were speaking, Dandavat Maharaj and Dandavat, all the devotees, and I just got this really brief glimpse of Paramananda Prabhu and Krishna Priya and Munindra Prabhu and Krishna Kanta, and then whoop, they were gone. But anyway, that was sad. But that was good at least to see that. But it is true, when we're out on Harinam Sankirtan, we have our own necessity in calling out the name of Krishna. And we're not there to please. We shouldn't think of it as a show and we'll manipulate this and that and others will be attracted, but it has to be like you were saying, Maharaj, it's just it is the quality that our own, whatever it is that in ourselves that is calling out the name of Krishna. We're just doing that in the public and trying to please Gurudev by our own necessity of really calling out and also trying to please the environment also by our attempt to sing the name. So it is that, like you were saying, Maharaj, that voltage, it must be genuine, but not a show and not trying to do this and this and to attract anyone, but to bring whatever it is that how our Guru is in our heart, to try to bring that connection to others in a very genuine way. I think that's all those are super important things. Otherwise, we're not out to make some show or some demonstration, but it is a genuine thing. And the other thing, Maharaj, I'll just take a moment because, oh, sorry, it's very noisy out here. And you were saying about quoting Vaishnava Maharaj about the disapproval of our Guru. And, being with Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev, and it's true, whenever he would show some disapproval, it was just a very slight thing maybe, and you would have to go in your room and get CPR. But sometimes later, even years later, thinking about those things and how he was trying to dig some stone out of your heart by that. And it's so touching. It's so heart melting to see again with another perspective that the chastisement of the Guru is so magnanimous. It's like it may feel rough, but sometimes it is their earnestness to show something that you're going in the wrong way. And I know I gave this analogy before, but I think it's very valuable for us to remember these things, because sometimes the Guru will give some chastisement and we'll feel, oh, this was why that didn't seem, but then later on we can see, oh my God, he was giving me so much help. And I just, when we were traveling to Nepal and bus. We were on a bus going up this crazy mountain road, which, it looked like a war zone. So many vehicles were on the sides of the mountain. Anyway, we stopped. And I told this story before, and I don't want to be boring or repetitive, but it is a very instructive thing, I feel, because I went off to be on my own for a minute, nature, there's no opportunity. So it was very, very dark out. And I thought, I'll just go away from the crowd and I'll have to do. And suddenly a man grabbed me by the back of my collar, a stranger, very strongly. And Sri Govinda Prabhu was my husband at that time. And he said, "Oh, what are you doing?" He said, "She's going to step off." And suddenly I could hear the river at the bottom of the canyon. And I was about to step off into the canyon. So that roughness is not a sign of indifference or rejection. It can be a sign of the desperation of the compassionate heart of Guru to save us in ways that we can never think, because we don't know what is inside of us that they are trying to remedy. Deep, deep into our ego, they're reaching to save us. So not to feel, I just was reading a note that I wrote here. It's Guru Maharaj is saying, do not be aggrieved. Nothing that happens can be outside of the Lord's will. And the Lord's will is always good. There's nothing wrong in Krishna's will. It is always sweet. So we are on this sweet journey to go down into the depths of the depth, the underground current, which is always so wonderful and sweet and deep. And they are trying to bring us to that. So that was just something I was thinking about.
And by the way, to end on a happy note, it's also happy. That's also happy, but with the
cheerful.
Okay, I'm going to end on another point, or a similar point that you remind me of. Just as Srila Gurudev's glance of disapproval was like a thunderbolt, his glance of approval was so life-giving. That can keep one going forever.
That is true.
It is the example of like the chastisement side, or the correction side of a mother to a child. That's one thing, but the 19, we fear that glance, but the 99% side is,
yes,
we love, or not the proper word, but we are fully nourished by a glance of approval.
Yes. Sometimes Gurudev was so affectionate looking. I felt that I couldn't even absorb that much affection. I couldn't even, but it didn't even matter to him. He saw that, but he just was so overwhelmingly affectionate. And we're still seeking, I feel I'm still seeking that plane of affection.
Some expressions, they get kind of overused or something. I'm talking about in the material world, so they lose their sort of original power. And one of those really is about Gurudev. He was on another plane, or a different planes, some expression like that. But he really was. I mean, that, I suppose on another day we can say, but it's quite sufficient to say, as Guru Maharaj says, different people, according to their depth of vision, see the same thing. They all in the same place seeing one thing. And as a big example, is a thief. He's looking at the beautiful deities of the Lord, and thinking, how can I steal that flute? How can I steal those ornaments? They're very valuable. And a devotee is thinking, oh, so wonderful. Those ornaments look so beautiful, beautified by Krishna himself. And I mean, different ways of seeing things. And Gurudev's vision of us and of the whole service to Guru Maharaj, because why is he looking after us? It's in service to Guru Maharaj. It's in service, everything. And when he sees us, when he glances at us, he knows he's the one who's the giver of the proteins and the vitamins and the calories and whatever else it is that you smart people know is inside food. But he's a giver of life. He's giving the life to the devotees. All right, so dear devotees, as you know, the world goes on and time goes on. And so we're going to have to end today our back to basics. However, we're going to be thinking, even if we're not able to join directly, about Bangkok devotees doing their bit. And Anthony, you wonderful opportunity today. You've got a high-powered delegation of really sincere, affectionate, well-wishing, experienced, practicing Vaishnavas. And that is very valuable. And
okay, I'll have my notebook of questions ready.
Okay, perfect. But an ounce of practice is worth a ton of theory. And today you can have a ton of practice. So do your mathematics. That's worth an awful lot of theory. Okay. So anyway, wonderful to have you all with us. And Ajita Krishna and Anadi Krishna with us today also. And our team, Haridev Prabhu, Kumkum Devi Dasi, listening while she's busily doing many things. And she's going to be on an aeroplane very soon. And we'll see her very soon by the grace of the Lord in Villa Govinda Ashram in this coming week. Today is Sunday. Oh, the end of this week. The end. If Sunday, anyway, next Friday we'll see her, I expect, in Villa Govinda Ashram, I do believe. She'll be there before me. We're in Ireland and continuing where every day is a festival. So today is a festival day. It's the Sunday festival in the series of Every Day is a Festival in Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math for those who participate. All right, so dear devotees, to each of you one by one, and whoever I've not mentioned your names, please forgive me, but I think we mentioned maybe Gangalila Devi Dasi. We didn't directly mention earlier, but you're with us. We know you're with us. You're with us. We're with you happily. And in Bimal Krishna Prabhu and Ishtadevika Devi Dasi, quietly seated, but radiating your Vaishnavata, your smiling faces. Like to see your smiling faces. Gurudev would also say that to the devotees. Oh, I'm just happy to see your smiling faces. Okay. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, and Jai to all of our wonderful guardians ki Jai. And we didn't give special mention to Leela Moy Prabhu in Villa Govinda. And well done, all your translation. You did good translation work today. He's very relieved to be on back to basics because he doesn't have to translate. He does so much translation work. So there we are. Anyway, to all of you, and to Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai, Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Nama Acharya. Oh yes, we always, on Harinam Sankirtan, you're asking Haridev Prabhu about Harinam Sankirtan. We're always saying Shri Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. And so all these things go to help our Harinam Sankirtan. And one thing I can say, Ishvarananda Prabhu, he pointed out one of our Harinam Sankirtan, he felt, I don't know if we all felt it, but he felt at the beginning, little hard work to start. Oh, it's hard. Harinam Sankirtan. Oh, we got to go through the street. And he kind of confessed and said, oh, at the beginning, wasn't so keen on the Harinam Sankirtan. But then, as soon as we get going after a couple of minutes, then, we just can't stop. And then, and Ishvarananda, when he gets going, he can't stop. And really, he's a singer, he's a kartal player, a mridanga player when needed, and he's also a dancer, and he's a happy, radiant light. So when we do some things, even if in the beginning, we're feeling some difficulty to do on a particular day or something, when we actually get out and do it, we forget all of our, why was I so resistant? I mean, why was I thinking anything? And that applies to lots of kinds of seva, and especially Harinam Sankirtan, because, it can be like that. You can have those days which are a little difficult. But once you start to do, you think, why? What was I thinking that I wouldn't want to be in Harinam Sankirtan? And that applies too to going to the temple programs, etc. When we have a million, we know we've got a million excuses why, oh no, it's an endeavor to go to the temple and go to the program. But when we go to the program, and then we think, well, what was I thinking before? We're sitting here with the devotees, chanting kirtan, hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then, anyway, lots of things. Don't let Kali Yuga's influence catch us. Remember the glories of Kali Yuga. And if you don't know what they are, we're going to hear from the Bangkok program later today to remind ourselves the glories of Kali Yuga. And the pioneering, the very first lecture talk I've ever heard with that title, The Glories of Kali Yuga. Everyone should come, especially in Bangkok and everywhere else. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So to all of us, very young and little less young, all of the devotees, my humble obeisances all over the world. And Dana, you just joined us, but we're happy that we are running a little late because we get to say hello to you and Hare Krishna to you for a moment, because now is the end of today's back to basics. So on Facebook.
Jai Srila Madhusudan Maharaj ki jai.
So on Facebook, on Zoom, on the recorded version, everybody. And Kate Kulash, Kate, I know you got a devotee name. I just hasn't come in my name, just in my remembrance just now. But to Kate, she's also sending lots of obeisances and happy things on Facebook. And to all of you, our best wishes. We'll meet again soon. Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. With all appreciation and good wishes. Ashchi, Govinda, Govinda, Gangalila Devi Dasi clapping away. She's doing Harinam Sankirtan, you see.